Hello, my terrifically terrible tribal teammates. Welcome back to the channel. High five. You've done it. You've found the champ dog. Let's have a coffee. Damn, you look better every time I see you. So today, we're jumping back into Standard 2020 and we're playing some more of our Izzet Giants deck. We have made a slight tweak to the deck from the last time we played it, but it's fairly similar. But because it's so similar, I'm not going to do a deck tech at the start of the video. We're going to go straight from sipping some coffee and having a chat around the campfire to some games. But I will briefly, at the end of the video, talk through some of the changes that I made and a tiny little deck tech and explanation of the tweaks there. But yeah, after this, we're just going to go straight into some videos. So let's just have a few more sips of coffee and chill out for a bit. How are you doing? How are you guys going out there? I'm doing pretty well. Feeling a lot better. As I mentioned, I had some health issues and we've been in lockdown, so it's been a bit But yeah, no, mood is improving. I've bounced back after getting the old vaccine. Things are on the up and up. Life is good. I hope you guys are going well as well. Anyway, without further ado, shuffle up and let's get into some games. Underplay, wonderful. Hand is not amazing. Oh, actually, no, it's better than I thought. Cool. We have this on turn 1 for red mana. It's a slow hand, but there aren't non-slow hands with this deck. Prismari command, nice. Let's glimpse those cosmos. Wow. No land. So, what does that mean? Next turn, we're either casting Aegar or we're Prismari commanding to dig. We have some removal. We don't desperately need more, but I mean, this is just so much more efficient than hoping Aegar survives to cast this or trying to Prismari command something. Okay, so they're tapped out. I think we just play this now then. I think that's the go. Orb of Dragonkind, sure, please do. Tapped land, that's a little unfortunate. Let's get our value while we can. Hey, some untapped land is actually nice. It means we can oh, if we take the forward we can play this untapped. Get in for 3. Cool, and this is an instant, so I can zap something at instant speed and draw a card. Alternatively, I can Prismari command and ramp a little bit. Do I want to cast Prismari command to just cycle through my deck? And blow up their Orb of Dragonkind. So actually, yeah, I think I ramp and blow up. Forces a counter from them, if they have one. Okay. And they scoop, that's all it took. Wow. That's, I wonder why. I mean, obviously they can't have had many lands here. There must have been land screwed, and this is obviously Prismari Dragons. Did they mean to return the spell to my hand instead of Aegar and save their orb? Maybe they just didn't think it through and they're like, oh yeah, I'll slap down a land next turn and play a Goldspan Dragon. Wait, I lost my orb. I mean, that is a possibility, right? It just doesn't seem that likely. I don't know. I don't know what happened there, but you know, we'll take. On the draw, what is our hand like? What is our hand like? Acceptable, I guess. We got a little bit of early interaction. We got some hand smoothing. The only thing we don't have is a dragon. No one drop, I see. So is this angels then? Is it angels? What are you doing, Briblick? What are you doing over there? Turn 2 is always the hardest. Second turn is the hardest. I mean, lands are nice, right? We do want lands. I'll keep one. Yeah, I'll keep one. But, you know, I need to find something to do proactively at some point. Well, that's rude. But it's also perfectly Prismari command sized, isn't it? Perfectly Prismari command sized. Do I want to take... Yeah, I'm going to take the 2. They might play a juicier target. It's highly unlikely, but they might. What you got? Aura. Whenever it or another cleric dies, return a cleric with a lower CMC. Okay. 2 damage, create a treasure. I really like Prismari Command. It's not the most powerful card in the world, but it's just, you know, it's just there helping out. Do I want to play a 3-mana 2/2, guys? Yeah, this is an easy rebuke. Get in for 2. I just want to get that off the board before they can get value from it. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, I do have enough lands to be able to cast this eventually, so I guess I take that. I mean, if I take the Battle of Frost and Fire, I'm killing my token, but I'm also likely only killing like one thing from them. Red mana. Mardu Clerics.
Stand by.
Do they tick down?
People are slaughtered.
Do you tick down? Interesting.
That was an easy job.
Takes me off my playing this plan. Well, slows it down at any rate, but yeah, that's I'll take that. Okay. What is this deck then? Yep, another aura. And there's no other clerics in the battlefield, so it's just a 3/3 at the moment. Play out the Calamity Bearer. If it survives, it'll double the damage of our Faceless Haven. I forgot we even had that in our graveyard. So what do I want here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. think I take the second Calamity Bearer. What you doing, Briblek? Obviously a Blood in the Snow deck. Okay, Calamity Bearer, sure. Ow. I mean, I'm kind of at that point where I want to keep this to play as a creature, but I don't think that's a good decision. Yeah, I got a backup. I got a backup one. Always have a backup plan. I mean, they also have a backup plan, obviously. I think it's Glimpse. Because I'm going to have this, and I can turn it on. I mean, the Faceless Haven sounds nice, obviously. Not Faceless Haven. The Frostbite also seems nice to, like, kill Aura when it comes back down. Blade Historian, sure. So we're going to take a bunch here. But we're going to get this, and we're also going to get a 4/4 token. Seems strong. Why are they playing Aura? So they got a small smattering of clerics in their deck. I just don't understand this deck. So they got Valkyrie, Professor of Symbology. Why do these have counters? They don't. The Valkyrie's making itself bigger. So if I glimpse here and I don't find an answer or a land, I am in trouble. But I just can't resist. Ooh. It's so dangerous, but so tempting. Sure. Back to hand. So low. It's so risky. I can't resist. Can't resist chaining the summoners. Content play or something, you know. Just gotta go for the funsies. Why do they scoop? Why do they scoop there? What? That game wasn't over. Why does everyone keep scooping? That game was not over. Anyway, what I was planning to do is play this and attack. So then if they block, I get to draw a card. And then glimpse and try to find an answer. Otherwise, I'd need to activate Haven. But that's only 14 damage, even if they didn't block. And I'm on 2. This game is not over. The game is so far from over. I don't understand. And they even had an answer to one of the Cyclone Summoners in Reduced to Memory. That was a premature scoop. Well, this is cool. Someone has trained an actual horse to play Magic. That's pretty dope. This hand's not amazing, but I'll keep it. Being on the play is nice. Yep. So we've got a Scry 2 next turn. I've seen this name before. I don't know if it's someone I played against or someone else played against, but I've definitely seen this name actual horses before. Okay, if it's not a land, it goes back. Tap lands. 2 tap lands. Oh, honestly, it could be worse. Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. Hunt for specimens. So this looks like a pest summoning. Yep, so this is probably that Mardu Sacrifice list. How badly do I want to squash? I guess it does answer and awaken the blood avatar, doesn't it? So next turn, this is going off, reducing costs by 2, so I'll be playing this as a 3-drop, most likely. In which case I do want a Glimpse. And this, oh, but this is also a 2-drop, so I could play Aegar into squash. Way overthinking. I'm drawing an extra card next turn anyway, so it's likely going to be our Quakebringer into Glimpse the Cosmos. That's what my turn is likely to be. Reveal the same giant card. Unfortunately, I need to pay 3 here. Oh, and I can't do this into Glimpse, can I? Well, that's a little orkies. That's a little awkward, isn't it, guys? Wowzers. Hoisted by my own petard. I don't want to spend a squash on a 1-1. I'll take a land, please. I mean, if it was damage equal to the excess damage... This is also a worse target for them to try and steal. It's part of what's going on here. Next turn I can Cyclone Summoner, which will be pretty sweet. 7 reduced by 2 will be 5. Yeah. Bounce all of these. The tokens will die. Oh, it's just too good. Plumb the Forbidden. Awaken the Blood Avatar. Sure. Awaken the Blood Avatar also dies. Nice. I mean, don't get me wrong, that's a very nice turn for them, but I'm also very excited about what I'm about to do. Bye-bye. Bye-bye everything you worked so hard for. Mind you, I'm dead to a steal effect here. Shouldn't celebrate too hard. It was just such a satisfying turn. Focus. Oh, this is just too good. Get rid of Orcus. Slap down a Calamity Bearer and get through for 14. Just a casual 14 damage. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry. If I had a Quakebringer out or in my graveyard, that would be lethal on my upkeep. It's a shame. Okay, can they get out of this? I mean, I'm sure they can. 3 cards in hand. They've at least got some chump blockers. Okay. Yes! Oh, unstoppable giants. Snowfield Sinkhole. Yep, so they're on that blood money. Play this first because it's tapped regardless. Ooh, they're on Esper. Okay. Okay. Which of these is better? I mean, this is more value overall, isn't it? Still gets me 3 cards deep. Potentially. And replaces itself. Professor, sure. We have answers to that. This could be a tough game. I don't think this is the sort of matchup we are optimized for. I want to play this here because next turn I can cast Aegar into Frostbite. Or into a Glimpse the Cosmos. I kind of don't want to keep Glimpse because I'd rather like draw more action. But it kind of gets me closer to more action anyway. Ooh, are they gonna Skyclave App my invasion? That'd be kind of cute. Actually, wouldn't be terrible for us either. There's also an argument for just Frostbiting now, because if I play Aegar, I can play this next turn. The Glimpse from the graveyard, depending how low my opponent's mana is tapped. And playing the Frostbite will also let me suss out if they have a counter. It's unlikely they have a 2-mana counter spell. Right? They do not. Very good. Back up, Aegar. Okay. Seems reasonable. I do have another land. I mean, more lands are always welcome, but I think I like the command here. Just gives us a little more instant speed interaction, a few more options. This deck, I think, is running a small package of counter spells. And of course a few other tricks. Oh, so Aegar blocking will also, or being chumped will also draw us a card. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Soul Shatter, sure. That's a card you can play. Also important to remember, activating Haven gives us access to a Glimpse of the Cosmos out of our graveyard. Ooh. Well, this is attractive. Sexy. What a sexy turn. Could have waited and Prismari'd on their turn, but, you know, they could have the counterspell. Yeah, to back up Aegar. What you gonna do about that? You're going to tap very carefully for a Beholder Multiverse. Makes sense. And it does make sense to tap carefully as well. You don't want to tap out of blue or one of your other colors. Can't imagine they have access to a counterspell now with only one blue left. I think it is too early to try to get in with Faceless Haven. It also takes a lot of our mana. I guess I could do that and then Glimpse. If I attack with just Aegar, Aegar likely dies. So potentially an argument to activate Haven, get in for some extra damage. I just don't want to risk a land at the moment. Also an argument to do this pre-combat so that I can glimpse and then cast again out of my graveyard. Oh. What do I want here? Do I want the Quakebringer or the Calamity Bearer? I actually think the Calamity Bearer is better. And I'm just going to hold up Prismari Command here. Because Calamity Bearer can also double the damage of a Faceless Haven. That's what's going through my head. I could have played the Glimpse and still had Command held up, to be fair. Would have had to sack my treasure though. Don't want to. Not yet. Okay, what you got now, Helldozer? Blood on the Snow to kill one creature. Get back a Professor. What you got? Show it to me. Show it to me. Slap it down on the table. Go on. Do it. Do it now. Professor Onyx. Does she tick up or tick down? Difficult question.
The essence of life is inseparable
Ticks
from
down.
the essence of death.
Leaving her at 2. Excess damage. Unfortunately, this will not deal excess damage.
This is my favorite part. Watch the life essence fade.
So do I Prismari Command this? Or do I try to get some value out of one of these battles? I think it's Prismari Command. 2 damage. And at this point, actually, I think I try to get rid of these battles and get something a little more meaningful.
Too rowdy for my taste.
A decent turn. Not an amazing turn, but a decent turn. I don't think I want to Frostbite right now. I don't mind another untapped land though, to be honest. Hall of Storm Giants. Okay. Okay. There's that mascot exhibition. There's another professor. 2 mascot exhibitions, jeez. Kind of wish I'd kept another one of those Battles of Frost and Fire, you know? So that kind of ruins my plan of Calamity Bearer into an attack with Faceless Haven for 8 damage, because they'll just double block. So I think it's Calamity Bearer, Glimpse the Cosmos, so I was thinking Quakebringer, but if they're casting Mascot Exhibition and I am casting Battle, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, I want to cast Aegar first, and then I can draw some cards. That's, yeah, it's going to be a real good turn. And I think I just need to keep getting the threats on board. Go on, play an exhibition. Okay. Still please play an exhibition. Untapped land, exhibition. Do it. Do it. Untapped land, exhibition. Coward! Oh, have you ever seen such cowardice? Have you ever seen such cowardice? They don't have a counter spell. I don't draw cards off Aegar, it's not a giant source. Damn! I thought I had such a good plan. I thought I had such a good plan. Surely it's mascot exhibition now. No, take some extra turns, that's okay. Okay. Mascot exhibition. Has to be. Can't not be. Can't not be. Come on. Just play a bit faster, Helldozer. Come on. Like, yes. Was that so hard? Wow, so many options. Do I need a third Faceless Haven? I mean, I don't not need a third Faceless Haven. Do I need another Aegar? I don't think I need another Aegar right now. I think we just go for this. Hope they don't have the counterspell. Wipes their board. Gets me back my battle as well, which is pretty cool. I wonder what's holding priority on their end. Vanishing Burst. Okay, so they can get in with invasion of... Sorry, with Hall of Storm Giants next turn. It's not enough to kill us though. There it is. There it is. So that's an epiphany for sure. That is an epiphany if ever I've seen one. I don't have enough snow to do it. I wanted to attack and just like put them under a ton of pressure, right? But then I need to have Faceless Haven held back to chump block. In case they can draw something that gets rid of the Calamity Bearer. Doomscar. Sure. Into Mascot. Surely into Mascot. I mean, they know I have this, so maybe they just don't wanna. But, I mean, the alternative is I kill them with Havens next turn. Unless they have instant speed something. Maybe they want to activate their Hall of Storm Giants and attack. Okay, no, it is Mascot Exhibition. Okay. Should have played the land first, and I could have attacked with a Haven. That was so silly of me. If I'd played this first, I'd have one more Snowland untapped. I could attack with the Haven. And still have one up as a chump blocker. That's 4 damage I missed out on. That could cost me the game. That could have cost me the game. Behold, sure. Means they're not activating their Hall of Storm Giants this turn. Cost 6, and they need 7 lands to make this effective. 1, 2, 3. Another Behold. Okay, so they're very close to just dying to 2 Havens next turn. I think we're going to get there. I think we're going to get there. Did it. That was a long game, but we got there. Giants can grind, I guess. Okay, on the play. This hand's not amazing, but I will keep it. We got 3 lands. That has to be tapped, so we're going to lead on that. We don't have a Snarl in hand, so... I mean, if we draw one, we'll be sad, but... Do I want to hang on to this till after I've cast an Aegar? I think so. I'm not that scared of a 2-1. It'll be a bit sad if they just hold back and activate it, but... Also, spending their second turn making a 1-1's not the worst outcome for us. Professor, sure. Gonna wait, see if they target something with the anatomy. What you got? What have you got over there? Ah, that's a bit savage. Are they just gonna boast now? Play around? I assume they suspect it's a counter spell. No, treasure token and 2 damage. Kill the scribe. Make a treasure. They couldn't have just let us draw a land, could they? Go on. Cast that anatomy. You know you want to. You know you really want to. It's eating you up inside how much you want to do that. Probation? What are they scared of? Can't attack or block. Okay, so they just want to get in for some extra damage. So we'll kill an Usher, draw a card. That's a triggered ability, not an activated one. Maybe we draw an untapped land here. And we do, cool. So we've got squash held up at this point. So hopefully they try to expand something and punch through, and we can squash it in response and draw a card. That seems pretty ideal to me. Ooh, aspirant. Thick. I've drawn 2 cards off this thing. I'm happy to trade. Plus I draw another card because the... oh god, it's just so good. It's just ridiculous. Calamity Bearer. Alright. What can your little aspirant do? Yep. What are they going to get? Another probation? Another anatomy? Yep, another probation, so I can't block. Okay. Sure. So I'm going to take 4 here. It's a fair chunk of damage, not going to lie. How badly do I want to cast a Quake Bringer? Not that badly. This is a tough one. I kind of want all of these. I think I just take a land to guarantee I get to Summoner. Play this tapped. Play you out. So when our bearer blocks the aspirant and they trade, I draw a card. I have a feeling they're going to attack into the bearer, not realizing that it's all giants and not other giants. No, they just scoop. Okay. I don't know why they just scooped there, but I mean, yes, I was definitely on the way to winning, but the game is not over. Ain't complaining. So, as promised, guys, this is the deck. We've only made a few little tweaks from the previous version of the deck we were running. We've cut the Auron's Epiphanies because I was just never happy to see them and replaced them with a couple extra Cyclone Summoners. It's a little bit more fun. So I think we were running like 2 and 1, something like that, or 3 and 1. Anyway, I've cut the Epiphanies. I've got some extra Cyclone Summoners. I got rid of the Expressive Iterations. Now, that hurts. Don't get me wrong. But as I said in the previous video, I think it's just too many early game smooth your hand spells, and Iteration's really not good until turn 3, which is the turn that we really want to start coming online, casting like an Aegar or something else. So I got rid of 3 Iterations. The reason I cut Iteration is I feel in this deck, Glimpse of the Cosmos and Invasion of the Giants are just better value. Obviously, you don't get the same burst of value from either of them that you get from Iteration, particularly if you cast it later in the game. Like, you're not paying 2 mana to draw 2, but here you're scrying 2, you're still drawing a card, so you're still potentially getting 3 cards into your deck. Plus, you can do a little bit of chip damage to an opponent and reduce the cost of a giant, and our giants are quite expensive, so that's just a lot of stuff, and I think it's, in this deck, just that tiny bit better. Glimpse of the Cosmos, because we can play it out of our graveyard again when we have a giant. I think that also wins out over Iteration. As I said, Iteration gives you a bigger burst of value, but I think over the course of a game, we're going to get more value in this deck specifically out of these two. Obviously, in any other deck, Iteration is clearly the better option. But anyway, I cut 3 Iterations. I put in 1 more Prismari command just to give me some flexibility. This format's not super fast at the moment, so having a card like this, you can actually see how helpful it can be. Sometimes there is a random artifact you want to blow up, like an Orb of Dragonkind or an Opposing Treasure, or just what have you. But yeah, just being able to do a bit of damage and dig through your deck if that's what you need, or ramp if you don't. I just like having that flexibility. I thought it was a good card, warranted an extra slot. And also just because there wasn't something better that I really wanted to run. And I've got 2 Thundering Rebukes. I'm not happy about this. I wanted some more early game removal. That's one of the things that I said, and one of the reasons I wanted to cut the Iteration is I think we're not really doing much. The deck doesn't really come online until turn 3 and really turn 4. And only having ways to filter our hands and improve our draws before that, I don't think it was enough. I wanted some more interaction to be able to keep the board a little bit clearer. I went with Thundering Rebuke. I just think it's better than the other options that are available to this deck. Obviously, Frostbite's the best thing we can have. I was looking at bounce options, but nothing was really great, especially at 1 or 2 mana. There's Dragon's Breath, which is instant, which is nice, but we don't have any dragons to ever make it more than 3. So this just seemed like the most efficient option I could find. 4 damage for 2 mana is pretty good. Obviously, it can't go face, but we don't really need it to. We just need to protect our board state a little bit. And also, with Aegar in your deck, that extra point of damage can actually be quite handy over the 3. Because if it's a 3-drop creature, I can Thundering Rebuke, it's excess damage, I draw a card. So yeah, I've just got this because it's the most efficient damage for mana I could find. I was considering Burning Hands. It's because 2 damage can kill a lot of things that you're worried about in early aggro decks in terms of controlling the board early on. And then the 6 damage can kill a lot of things that it can't. But I felt overall Rebuke would get me more value in more situations because of that interaction with Aegar. And Burning Hands is quite bad if you're not playing against green. I think it's a sideboard card. And we have Squash, I also considered putting an extra Squash. But if I don't have a giant, it's really expensive. And I often just have 1 giant, which is easy to remove. So it doesn't really fill that role of early game removal, which is why I went for 2 Rebuke. But yeah, Squash does the same thing that Burning Hands does. It's just better in this deck. I'd like to maybe work in another squash, but I don't know what I'd cut because it can't be an early card because squash is not an early game card. It's, you know, usually a turn 5 card. I mean, your ideal situation is Aegar into squash, which requires 5 mana. Or, you know, stick a giant and then cast squash. But if it's Aegar, then on turn 4 you cast squash, you've only got 2 mana left. So yeah, it's often a card you're not casting before turn 5. But anyway, those are the differences between this. They're minor, but I do feel a little bit happier with the deck. Anyway, guys, that's going to be it for today. I'm getting a bit tired. I have been recording for a couple hours now. Bit tired. My throat's getting hoarse, so I'm going to peace out. You've been brilliant, guys. Thanks for tuning in, and I will catch you all very soon with another video.